Ladies and gentlemen, we often hear the phrase, you can achieve anything you set your mind to, but let's take a moment to truly understand what this means. You see, achieving anything doesn't come from just thinking about it, or even from sheer willpower. It comes from recognizing the nature of reality itself and how we as humans interact with it. The truth is, there is no limit to what you can achieve. The only real barriers exist in your mind, beliefs you have accepted as truths, judgments you've made about your abilities and the world around you. First, we must understand that life is not a static thing. It is not a race with a fixed starting line and finish line. Life is fluid, constantly changing, and as much as you may want to plan, to predict, and to control, the only thing you can truly control is your attitude toward it. The more rigidly you hold on to your expectations of what should happen, the less able you are to move with the flow of life. You must become like water, adaptable, persistent, and always seeking the path of least resistance. When you move through life with fluidity, opportunities and obstacles alike become part of your experience. You stop seeing them as either enemies or goals. Instead, you see them as moments of discovery, chances to learn, and circumstances that help refine your abilities. This way, you stop fighting the world and instead you start dancing with it. And once you start dancing with life, you'll find that what you once thought impossible becomes not only achievable, but natural. But here's the deeper truth: achieving anything is not about doing more. It's not about working harder or pushing yourself beyond your limits. Achieving anything requires a radical shift in perception. It requires recognizing that you are not separate from the universe around you. You are not an isolated being trying to impose your will on the world. Instead, you are part of a vast and interconnected whole. You are the ocean in a drop of water, and the drop is in the ocean. When you realize that your power is not in struggle, but in your oneness with all things, then achieving anything becomes effortless. So how do you achieve anything? You begin by embracing what is right now. The present moment is the only thing that truly exists, and it holds infinite potential. You need only open your eyes and your mind to see the opportunities already available to you. Just to step away from the noise of the world, from the fear of failure and the anxiety of future outcomes, and simply act with clarity and purpose. You are not limited by time, and the past does not define you. What you can do today, with the knowledge and energy available to you right now, is all you need. To achieve anything, you must trust in yourself, not in some distant, unattainable future version of yourself, but in the version of you that exists right here, right now. Trust in your capacity to learn, to grow, and to adapt. When you trust in yourself, you trust in the flow of life. And when you trust in the flow, life will carry you to places you never dreamed possible. So the next time you find yourself thinking about how to achieve something, remember this: it's not about trying harder or pushing more forcefully against the current. It's about relaxing into the truth that everything you need is already inside you. You are already everything you seek. And when you let go of your fears and limiting beliefs, the universe will open up to you in ways that will take your breath away. Achieving anything isn't a matter of doing, it's a matter of being. And once you truly understand that, the world will unfold before you effortlessly. Fluidity, in the context of achieving anything, can be understood as the ability to adapt, move with ease, and embrace change. Life, as it unfolds, often requires us to be flexible and open to new experiences. This is the essence of fluidity, not rigidly adhering to a fixed plan, but rather moving with the current, like a river that finds its way through different terrains without resistance. When we talk about achieving anything, we often envision a goal and a clear path to that goal. However, life doesn't always offer such straightforward paths. The pursuit of any great aspiration involves learning to navigate obstacles, encountering unforeseen challenges, and sometimes detouring from the course we initially set. It is in these moments of uncertainty where fluidity becomes essential. When we embrace the flow of life, rather than resisting it, we open ourselves to the opportunities that come from uncertainty. Fluidity allows us to let go of the fear of failure, for failure, in itself, is not a permanent state. It is simply part of the natural flow of life, like the ebb and flow of the tide. If we fight against it, we only struggle more, but if we embrace it, we move with it, learn from it, and ultimately progress. Those who are rigid and hold on to a fixed idea of success or a fixed timeline often find themselves frustrated, stuck in a cycle of constant striving that doesn't yield the results they seek. In contrast, those who are fluid are more likely to find unexpected opportunities and creative solutions. They trust that each moment provides them with what they need to reach their goals, even if that path doesn't look like what they originally imagined. Adapting to the flow of life doesn't mean giving up on your goals or being passive. It means that you are open to new ideas, receptive to feedback, and able to pivot when circumstances demand. Life is an ongoing process of change, and by being fluid, we remain in harmony with that process, understanding that things will shift, and that's okay. By letting go of rigid expectations and becoming more fluid, we not only move forward with ease, but also increase our chances of truly achieving the things that matter to us. Patience is one of the most underrated qualities when it comes to achieving anything in life. It's easy to be swayed by the immediacy of modern society, where we are conditioned to expect fast results and instant gratification. However, true success often takes time, and the ability to be patient allows us to build a solid foundation for achieving our goals. When we embark on any venture, we often expect things to unfold quickly, but life doesn't always adhere to our timelines, and that's perfectly okay. Patience is not about idly waiting for things to happen, rather, it's about trusting the process, understanding that growth often occurs in subtle ways, and accepting that the journey is as important as the destination. The patience to let things unfold at their own pace without rushing is what allows for lasting success. Think of it as the process of planting a seed. You don't expect the seed to sprout and bloom overnight, yet with time, care, and attention, it eventually grows into something beautiful. Likewise, our goals require that same level of trust and care. Patience helps us to keep going even when the results are not immediately visible. It is easy to get discouraged when we do not see instant results, especially in a world that constantly reinforces the idea of quick success. But by exercising patience, we develop the resilience to continue working towards our goals, even in the face of setbacks or challenges. The ability to stay calm and grounded, to trust that every step, no matter how small, is leading us in the right direction, is what separates those who succeed from those who give up too soon. Moreover, patience allows us to learn. Often the most valuable lessons are not learned during the moments of achievement, but during the waiting and the work. It's in the times when things aren't moving as quickly as we'd like that we have the opportunity to refine our strategies, learn new skills, and adjust our perspectives. Patience helps us understand that everything has its natural rhythm, and that forcing things to move too quickly often leads to mistakes or incomplete growth. So when striving for anything, remember that patience is not a passive trait, but an active one that fuels persistence, learning, and progress. Through patience, you cultivate the endurance needed to reach the destination in the most meaningful and fulfilling way. The third key to achieving anything is resilience. Life will inevitably present obstacles, challenges, and moments of doubt, and resilience is the ability to bounce back from these setbacks. To remain unwavering in your pursuit of your goals, even when the path gets tough. Resilience is not merely about enduring difficult times, it is about learning from them and using them as stepping stones to become stronger and more focused. When you are working towards something meaningful, the road is rarely smooth. You may face failure, criticism, or rejection. But what matters most is not the fall itself, but how you rise from it. Resilience gives you the strength to keep moving forward when you feel like giving up, to find new ways of solving problems, and to adapt to changing circumstances. It is the quality that keeps you from being defeated by adversity and allows you to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable barriers. Resilience is about developing the mental and emotional strength to face setbacks with a positive attitude and an open mind. When things don't go as planned, it is easy to become discouraged and question whether your efforts are worth it. However, resilient individuals understand that failure is not the end, but rather a part of the process. They know that success is built upon the foundation of previous attempts, and that every failure is an opportunity to learn and refine one's approach. This mindset transforms failure from something to fear into something to embrace, as it is a critical component of personal growth and eventual success. In order to build resilience, it is important to develop a sense of purpose and commitment to your goals. When you are deeply connected to your vision, you are less likely to be deterred by obstacles. Resilience is fueled by a clear understanding of why you are pursuing your goals in the first place. The stronger your sense of purpose, the more resilient you become, because you are anchored to a deeper meaning that propels you forward, regardless of the challenges you face. Resilience is also about accepting that life is unpredictable. It's about understanding that there will always be ups and downs, but what matters is how you respond to them. Cultivating resilience is not an overnight process. It takes time and practice. It requires patience, self-compassion, and the willingness to face difficulties head-on. With resilience, no setback is permanent, and no failure is final. Instead, each challenge is another opportunity to grow stronger, wiser, and more determined in your pursuit of success.